Breaking news. The Rising of the Dreamerverse is back. Back again. What's going on, everybody? Rising of the Dreamerverse is back again. Took quite a break there. Little, what was it, 2-week break?
Yeah.
3-week break?
3-week break. Yeah.
I don't know how many weeks. I think did we skip 1 or 2 weeks?
I think we skipped like 1 week.
Yeah.
We gotta check 1 week.
Yeah, we took a little bit of a break, had some stuff going on in life. I would say the next couple of months probably will still be a little bit hectic, but then once the summer hits, I'll be chilling out. So
Same.
I'll be focused up, ready to go for this podcast. But we just had a little bit of a chill break to kind of reset here, and we're back again to talk about just kind of. Honestly, we're calling it the catch-up episode. So we're just gonna catch up on just a bunch of shit that we've already talked about before.
Some new stuff too.
There's some new stuff that we'll obviously hit on. Some new updates. Yemi is really looking forward to speaking about one of them, I know for a fact. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff we got going on here to discuss today, and we're just happy to be back to share our thoughts with y'all. So, without further ado, here we go. Rising of the Dreamerverse, episode fucking 18, 17, 19.
Yeah, we're in here. We're almost there.
How you doing today, brother? How you doing?
Good, bro. It's good to be back. Feels good to be recording.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
It's been a while.
It does feel like it's been a minute. But life be lifing, bro. We got things to handle. Things just come up, and
yeah, I'll be honest with you with like just how crazy these past couple like weeks and just month and all this stuff that's been going on has been.
Yeah.
If you would have texted me today and said, "Yo, I can't record," I would have been like, "Yep, dude, no problem." Because
Don't say that.
No, well, dude, it's just no. I'm just saying because I'm just saying that's how I've felt with how crazy. Like I've just been like, dude, I'm okay with the break myself. Like I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me. So
yeah.
What
he means is he cares about the pod, but
yeah.
And those who listen, but it's just life be life, and so
a lot of stuff going on. But
we record a lot. I was talking to because I was showing someone, and they were like, "Yeah, what do you have planned this weekend?" I was like, "We're gonna be recording my podcast with my homie." And they were like, "You have a podcast?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll show you." And they're like, when'd you drop? And I was like, October. I'm like, you guys have close to like 20 episodes. And I was like, yeah, we've been pretty consistent for the most part. And she was like, that's dope. That's impressive. Like, I've always wanted to create a podcast. And I was like, look, shout out to TD because he handled a lot of this stuff. But I mean, I was like, yo, if you, well, I just mean
making cutting up,
setting
podcast,
up,
the
layout. But I was telling her, if you want to do it, do it. Like, it's just really hard. It's really just setting it up.
Yeah, getting it set up,
and
getting
being
the equipment.
Consistent.
Yeah, I guess getting the equipment to make yourself sound better, and I guess for us too, getting this new camera was a big upgrade because if you look at our first podcast, you could definitely, I mean, even the first couple, you can definitely tell picture quality, like how much it's improved because we've gone from like a webcam to now a DSLR camera or whatever, but it's hopefully I got that word right or that phrase right, but it's so much better. Like there's just so much I think that goes into like making, I guess, if you really want to sound good and look good, you definitely gotta put a little bit of money and stuff into it, but it's worth it. It's definitely worth it because it shows. Like we definitely sound light years better, and the podcast looks way better than it did in the very beginning. So
no, I agree, and you don't necessarily have to have a video set up. Some people just want the audio, but hey, we like to, that's how we roll. We supply everything. So, and that's what she was like, oh shit, you're on YouTube too? I was like, yeah, and Spotify, so you can watch us or you can listen to us. So.
Yeah, we might as well do video if we can. Like, why not?
Yeah, why not?
More reactions.
Dope. So yeah, more reactions.
Yeah.
Well. But yeah,
see Emmy's face when I start blabbing about bullshit.
My face. Yeah, I don't have a poker face. I'm always like, yeah, okay. But
I mean, my poker face goes only when you do intros. That's the only time I can't keep it together. Usually I'm fine. I'm getting better, but I'm still working on it.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, let's hop into it. Let's
Yeah. What
first
do
topic.
we got today, dude?
X-Men 97.
That's what you want to start with that? The old
Hell
X-Men
yeah.
97.
X-Men 97. Yeah, just for those who, are caught up or follow Marvel or whatever, like, 97's been in the works for a couple of years. They're bringing it back. The original X-Men 90 series that like kind of was like the forefront of when we first saw the X-Men, unless you read the comics.
Yeah, it's just a
Yeah.
continuation, right, of the
Yes,
92 to
continuation of
96.
that. Yeah, so it's I mean,
Also, yeah, don't blame me for not actually watching this series when I was younger because I was 1 years old when it was like finishing up. So
yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
I
yeah,
didn't really grow up. I mean, I think
I had older brothers, so
my
it
dad
hit me
tried to.
hard.
I think my dad maybe tried to get me into X Men a
Yeah,
little bit, but he tried to get me into the X Men movies more so
yeah,
than the shows or
yeah.
like anything like that. But I was more into like Spider Man and like Batman cartoons when I was younger.
Batman cartoons
Yeah,
was fire,
yeah.
but I mean, it was honestly a good segue about the movies, but I'll touch on that first point. Just kind of, yeah. So they dropped X-Men 97. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Disney Plus,
It is
freaking
good.
fire.
It is good.
And they have been showing mad love to a character who's been shitted on in the movies. Hard. They made him like the biggest punk of all time. And they kind of somehow, I mean, maybe just kudos to just Hugh Jackman just being great. And Wolverine's always been like a favorite of most people's, but Cyclops is the leader of X-Men, and they've showcased that tremendously. That's how I saw Cyclops growing up. So I was always thrown off how the movies showed him. Like, yo, why is he such a wimp? Like, why is Wolverine the leader? Like, what's going on? Like, So
Yeah.
it's cool. Like, they completely nailed that again. You get to see the scope of Cyclops' powers because he is a powerful mutant. Like, you get to see how he uses his photon beams or laser beams to like kind of adjust and fight and all that. So I mean, the show's been just freaking fire. So appreciate the creator or showrunner who got fired, but we don't have to top attention to that. But who just keeping that same element of making Cyclops like great again, make Cyclops great again. So that's my
Yeah,
appreciation.
shout out to that guy that got
Yeah,
fired.
yeah. I mean, isn't that wild
No, it
though?
is pretty crazy.
I mean,
No, but it's been good. I mean, for
yeah,
not I guess not being too familiar with like X Men growing up, I guess like watching this, like I've been enjoying it just because, I mean, I would say like the animation for me is really cool.
yeah.
The kind of ways is they kind of like show the original animation that the show I think was in, and then
Mhm.
also kind of like implement new styles of, like maybe a little bit more like somewhat 3D or whatever. But I
Yes.
think the animation's been really cool. I think that's one thing for me. If it's like like eye catchy like
Yeah.
that way for me, it's easier to watch. But
Yeah.
also just the storylines I think have been pretty cool.
Oh, great, man.
Seeing Magneto take over
What?
is
Yeah.
pretty crazy, I guess.
So cool.
But it's cool. Yeah, it's
I
really
mean,
cool how they kind of like tied that in.
yeah. I mean, it's like I'm someone I've read the comics. My brother's more familiar with the comics. I know they're adapting certain stories and issues and storylines with. I mean, Professor X is dead, and in his will, he said Magneto should be the leader over Scott. So here I am praising Scott about being the leader, and then Magneto comes through and
Right.
steals his shine. But I mean, Magneto's probably one, if not my favorite X-Men. I mean, or just X-Men character in general. He's
Right.
just such a badass, and his powers, I mean, are just so sick. And even like his story adaptation, and we get to see Magneto like where we thought. I mean, honestly, I thought like whatever, like basically they're like the government. I mean, Magneto's a wanted mutant. He's done a
Right.
lot of
Yep.
damage to just the U.S. and the world in general. So I think like the United Nations were holding him like, yo, we need to hold you accountable. Like you need to go to face trial, or you need to go to jail. Like blah blah blah. Like So
Right.
um, it was cool to see Magneto like where he could have like spoiler, but he could have killed like those United leaders in the
Right.
United
Yeah.
Nations. He
Yeah.
like showed them like out of respect
Yeah.
for um Professor X's last will, like I'm
Yeah.
gonna be the bigger person here. I'm
Yeah.
gonna let you guys all live. So I thought that was dope. I thought that was a cool character development of Magneto to show that he's not all this like Magneto just cares about fighting for his people, his mutants, like the mutants and all that.
Yeah, like the
Yeah, that's
mutant, the mutant people as a whole,
yeah,
not so much like
yeah, the
yeah,
humans. Yeah, he cares
yeah,
about them because they've been oppressed and hunted, and he's just like he's just more radical than Charles, which is watch why they butt heads, but
yeah.
he's trying to be different now. So that was a really cool scene. Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
and then I would say the Jean Grey twist, with the clone, the clone.
oh yes,
That was pretty cool.
that was cool.
Which I know I don't think is like a twist, right? Because that's from the comics, I think.
Yeah, no, but it was
Yeah,
it was like I mean I was like what the heck?
yeah.
So because
I was a little shocked at first,
yeah
but then I was like, oh shit,
yeah, and then it turned out that it was like Mr.
Madeline Pryor.
Sinister clone Jean Grey, and Jean's been gone potentially for years. So like they're getting going full like into the because I remember the story adaptation of like the Phoenix and all that where I mean, you've seen the movies. Like Jean Grey is one of the, if not one of the most powerful mutants, and she has the Phoenix, which is like this omnipotent space force universe energy that lives beside her because she's already powerful as it is,
Hmm.
and then the Phoenix is just like a different level of scale of power, like scary, like
Yeah.
can take out anything. So the question that was asked, and I think maybe someone confirmed it, was like with Mr. Sinister, who's like a villain who basically cloned Jean. When was she taken? Was she taken during the Phoenix Saga, where Jean goes bad and she's fucking killing everyone, or was that the clone? Like who's who? Like and
Yeah.
it's kind of twisted too because Scott ended up. I mean, he had a baby with the clone,
With the
so
clone, yeah, not
and then it's like Jean pulls up and he's just like,
well
yeah,
shit.
I'm in love with the
Well
clone.
shit.
Like, what am I supposed to do? So like, yeah, that was a huge twist. That was a huge twist. And then they had this kid. Like, so much happened in that episode. We're bouncing
Oh yeah,
around, but like
there was so
so
much
much.
going on
Yeah,
with that whole gene situation, but
yeah,
yeah, no, I mean, I feel like it's been pretty good so far. I
yeah.
mean,
I can't wait to see.
it was sad to see Storm lose her powers, but
Yeah,
I think I think we were discussing a little bit before
yeah.
before you came over. I think you're right about there's definitely going to be a build up of
Her getting her
there's
powers.
definitely an arc being built for her of kind of like trying to regain those powers. I bet, or
Yeah,
her journey back to get however she's going to get them. So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to see how that kind of plays out.
yeah.
Because I would say Storm's probably for me one of the coolest X-Men
Me too.
characters. So
Me too.
yeah.
It's like Magneto, Storm always had you know, love Cyclops, and
I mean,
then
Wolverine's
Gambit.
cool and all, but
Wolverine, yeah, I
yeah,
think Wolverine to me, the movies have freaking milked him so much that it's almost like it's
it's like
burnt out.
forced. It's
Yeah,
like forced. Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of like burnt out the energy. I mean, Wolverine's a badass.
No,
Like I
yeah,
love Hugh Jackman is Wolverine. I'll never see anyone else
yeah.
have.
I
But
think
it's
that's
just so
also
many
why, like,
movies.
with the movie,
Yeah,
well, I think that's why it's like
yeah,
they've maybe then forced it more because
yeah,
like Hugh Jackman's become so much of a likable character between
yeah,
within Hollywood and all that. So it's like they're gonna try to maybe push it a little bit more down our throats than
yeah,
normal. But
yeah.
yeah,
But nah, Storm is she's I mean, to control weather and just even like her the way they even like the '90s way this how she talks, like they even
yeah,
they brought that back still like in
yep,
this character. So and I love her haircut, it's badass and all that. So yeah, nah, the Storm, like even the sequence of like them showing her power, like Cyclops was like bringing the big guns and she's like just in the desert and the lightning's coming down
yeah.
and it's like turning the sand into like glass and all that just and she just freaking wipes out the sentinels. Like that scene was epic. I was like, yeah, that was dope. That was so dope.
No, dude, yeah.
Yeah,
X-Men it's been pretty good. I mean,
yeah,
it's only a few episodes in,
yeah.
so I
We're
don't
just
know.
getting
I
started.
don't I'm hoping I'm not sure how many episodes they're going to do like per season. I don't know if they've said, but
Well, I know like LeBron because like well not really strangely. I mean, Bron is pretty a big nerd too. He was like, yo, this X-Men '97 show is like cooking. Like what's the full drop of like episode? I need another one. Like what's the whole list? And I think they're gonna do like 8 or 10. I
8 or
could
10.
yeah, I could be
Yeah, I
wrong,
mean, I
but
feel like that's like standard, I guess
yeah,
nowadays, but
yeah. Because the episodes are like 30 plus minutes, 30, 40 plus minutes. So yeah. Yeah. No, but yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. it's just so it's so nostalgic,
yeah,
so
no.
and it's pretty good too. So I'm with it. I'm with it.
Yeah, no, I like animated show. I like animated shows too, and that like have like good voice acting and like
Yeah.
good actual like action scenes within the animation and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It helps. So this
Nah.
no
Um,
been nothing short of that so far. So
nah, I agree. I
and I
agree.
guess speaking of another
Yeah.
good action animated show. Well, it's an anime, but
Anime. Yeah, but
uh
hey.
you know another one that we've been watching and that we've touched on before. We've had a specific podcast about
Yeah.
it. Solo Leveling.
Oh man. It's just
I think we did episodes 1 through 4. I
yeah.
think on the first podcast that we did. So I think it's up to episode 12 now.
Yep.
So
Episode 12.
so I guess we don't have to go into everything, but
Nah, nah, nah.
we'll just kind of give our thought, because I think just for us, because we were just talking about it before we started today, like it's just like it makes both of us a little like just giddy and nostalgic, just because it's like you're literally when you're watching it, it's like you are watching somebody either be in or play a video game. So
Yeah.
it's like it's just crazy. Like
It's so cool to see, bro.
along with that, and then also just the sick, like the story, the
Yeah.
plot, and just like the overall like animation itself of dude, the show's been insane.
Yeah,
I
nah.
think.
Bro, I will say like I'm happy like cuz I didn't know what to expect like as far as one if it was going to be good and two if you were going to like it or not.
Yeah,
But I was like, "Duh, this anime has such video game aspects to it
yeah.
that and I'm sure that even TD will understand more than I do." So I was like,
No, it's
he
good, dude.
there's no way
It's
he's not
really
going to
good.
like this. So but yeah, man, it's been great, bro. Sung Jin Woo, it's just his progression as a character and kind of like his personality is changing
It's definitely
more and
changing.
more
Yeah,
as he levels up.
yeah.
Have you
It's
noticed that?
yeah.
Did he say that he's like losing a piece of his humanity
I
or
think
something?
he said something along those lines. I
Yeah,
think because I mean it's kind of true. I mean
yeah,
he's killing people now.
yeah.
He's.
Not really phased by it. I mean,
Well,
he
I
is
mean,
somewhat.
he
Yeah,
is phased, but I
yeah,
mean, you can't at this point. You can't really be. But I
yeah,
mean, still, dude, it's still to this. I guess we're up to like I said, we're up to episode 12 now. But like the first time he kills those people, like
yeah,
that group, for me, that was probably just the coldest, hardest,
yeah.
set of just like switching from person to person and just like this what he was saying and
Yeah.
like oh dude it like that was
Ruthless,
so cold to me. And I mean, don't get
ruthless.
me wrong, it's gotten obviously
Yeah.
the show gets, I mean, I guess better and better, but I think that scene still stands pretty high. It holds its own, I
That's
think.
number one for you?
I
Because
I, I
I have one
well,
now. That's number
well, no,
one. You know where I'm about to
I
go.
just think it holds its own
Yeah.
still, like in
Oh yeah,
terms
yeah.
of the
That was
entire show. Like
yeah,
it like this to me, that initial scene of him, killing everybody,
yeah,
saying all that shit. You're failing to realize I've been leveling up this whole time. And he just fucking like face plants the
yeah,
dude,
yeah. No,
face
that
palms the
was
guy,
badass. That
and
was
yeah, it's just
badass.
so badass and
Yeah.
like. It was just for me. It was just I watched it and like literally my jaw was on the ground the entire time
Uh,
watching that scene. And like
yeah.
like I said, the show has still it keeps getting it keeps getting good. Like each episode, it keeps getting better and better and better. But like for me, it's still that scene is with me because that was
Yeah.
just sick.
No, now for me the scene is just well, I guess just the sequence of that entire episode when he fights what was it, Egress?
Egress, yeah, that
That's
was.
that's the best episode. So
Oh yeah, no, just that. Yeah,
that's
that
just
whole fight
I
was
need to
insane.
rewatch it. That was insane.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was I was like, wow,
it
they're
was
bringing
pretty
the
cool.
animation crazy, fight crazy. I was like, what is going on? Who is this being? Like, and just him just being tested. It was nice for him, nice to see him get tested because
Yeah.
he's kind of getting to that point where it's like,
Well, because I
who
mean,
can really mess with
he
him? But
developed that partnership with that one dude, and
yeah,
they're just basically running running train on level C dungeons. Just
right,
they're just renting them all out and just using it as practice to
right.
let him just
Level up, and
level up.
then he's mining, and then like the other people are just chilling. Like that's so funny to think about. They're just getting paid to do nothing,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
Literally, they're just
yeah,
eating. They're having a picnic, and
yeah,
he's in there fucking doing
yeah.
everything, coming back out, and
I like
everyone's
that
getting paid.
the girl was like annoyed by the whole situation. She's like the only one like
Like
this
she
is
wants to go in there, yeah.
yeah,
Which I don't see why. Maybe he doesn't take her in there. Like just
yeah,
keep watch of her. Obviously, you just
yeah,
like but still, I kind of get her frustration in that regard of maybe wanting to pull a little bit of weight.
Right,
you know,
right.
but
And you're not just getting,
on the bright side, though, she's
yeah.
getting paid sweetly for not having to do a fucking thing.
Right.
So I get it, but and then you get that guy that like finds the group and like realizes what's going on.
Yeah, and then
Remember?
he threatens them.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was pretty dark. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
He like vanishes because isn't that like one of his abilities? He can just vanish.
Yeah, well, he can
Stealth.
turn he like turn invisible for like a little bit. Yeah, stealth. I think it's called. I think it's the stealth one.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, I would say just the biggest thing. I would say the biggest two things for me since I guess the last time we talked about this is just I love how it's just continued to touch on the video game MMO kind of menu aspect of him like leveling up. You know, switching between quests, going into the store, buying things, you know.
That is cool.
You know, it's just it's really cool to like just see that nod to how that actually it's like very accurate.
Yeah.
Or I guess as accurate as it can be in, you know, in translation to like actually putting it in like real life. But
yeah, I agree.
Then too, like I would say then, like you were saying, when he fought Egress, that's kind of leads into the next, you know, where he part of the whole job change quest, and that's kind of when, you know, where we're caught up to now is the latest thing is he's completed the job change quest and he's become a necromancer, which essentially it's just basically a necromancer can, I think I'm gonna try to just dummy term it, and I hope I get it right because I understand what it is. Yeah,
I did.
I understand. I understand
it
what it is, and I'm pretty sure this is what you look it up just to verify me. I'm gonna say what I say, and you tell me if it's right. I guess you can read it. You can read the definition from Google, but basically, from how I understand a necromancer is, it's like that person can essentially summon like soul, like I don't know if you want to call them ghosts, but you can just like summon basically, you know, armies of the dead essentially. Basically he can like and that's how he was able to towards the end of the most recent episodes kind of like switch all of those like knights to like, you know, be a part of his army, and then eventually that's when he, you know, switches, you know, Egress. He the cool thing though with Egress was like we were talking about well yeah, he's so powerful, and even though like when you were watching him do like the spell on those like the I was calling them like the pawn knights or whatever, just the easier knights, like
it was nothing.
It was really easy for him to change them, but then when it got to Egress, he only got 3 tries for trying to get to change Egress, and I don't know if he got it on the second try or the last try, but
it was the last try, right?
It definitely wasn't the first try. I know that, but I don't know if it was on the second or third try, but he ended up getting them obviously, and now he's got Egress. He can basically summon Egress.
That's
to
scary,
be
bro.
His basically like sidekick.
Who he basically almost lost to, like it was, I mean, kind of like a.
So was my understanding pretty much?
Was
it close at least?
Yeah, necromancy. Conjuration of spirits of the dead for purpose of magically revealing the future or influence of course blah, blah,
I guess,
but that's talking about just but you're right.
All right, cool.
So no, that's, I mean, it's pretty badass.
But no, yeah, dude, Solo Leveling is another show that, you know, I look forward to watching every week, which
me too.
Is unfortunately sad there was no new one this weekend. But
didn't his dagger change at the didn't he like level up his dagger?
He
bought a new weapon.
It's something. I think so. Yeah,
that was
I forget.
Cool.
I'm gonna probably rewatch a couple of them. I might watch because Herm was telling me that because he's been watching it too. Obviously, he was telling me that the English dub's pretty good.
Yeah, I've been wanting to check it out, but
I've just been watching the normal
because they're always you know, the sub is always comes out first. So I'm just like,
that's why I've just been watching that, and I mean, dude, I'm getting more used to it now, watching the subtitles, and like honestly for me too, I would say that it also added to like that original scene for me. The first one when he kills all those guys and like, you know, face and like I think that the animation, watching it, and then combination of just like having to watch the words on the screen made it so much like doper than it was if I would have just heard him in English. And like I am kind of curious though to go rewatch that in the English to see how it sounds, or
sometimes this sounds so cringy,
or how it translates, because it doesn't always translate the same either, right? So it like you know, geniuses and Blue Lock and all that, like, yeah, kind of shit, and like
I'm open, Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So
God,
I
when
mean,
does Blue Light come back? Not to cut, like, just that was complete.
hopefully, what, maybe beginning of next year.
I hope so, man. I miss Blue Lock. I think I'm gonna have to rewatch that. But yeah,
Uh,
no, it's not
yeah, I
Solo.
would say those are the two biggest, I guess, shows that we've been kind of watching lately.
Man.
I don't really, well, I guess for me, this is sidebar, but I was showing you before, but For All Mankind on Apple TV, give it a watch. If you're into
Mm.
like space and that kind of stuff, astronauts, that kind of thing, give it a watch. It's really good.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check
Basically is just like an alternate. I know it has nothing to do with video games and all that, but it's
it out.
this is basically just an alternate timeline as to what would have happened if the Russians had been first to the moon, and it just kind of explores a kind of a fictional reality of like how America would have reacted. So it's pretty cool. I don't know. Give it a watch. I've watched it a lot over the past couple weeks.
Nah, that's
But
definitely on my list for sure. For sure. But
yeah, I mean, I guess next this is gonna be Yemi's favorite part of the podcast, I
yeah,
think.
it is.
So
It is
I would say the
breaking
biggest
Marvel
news, yeah,
news.
biggest Marvel news lately, as of late, is the Silver Surfer casting. It was not what I would say anybody was probably expecting.
At all.
Uh, Go ahead. You wanna break
Yeah,
it
no,
down for me?
yeah, no,
You wanna
they
let
just revealed the casting of Silver Surfer, and it's gonna be Julia Garner. For those who are not familiar with Julia Garner, don't recognize her name. She was in what's it called? Dang, I forgot the name.
Ozark.
Um, Ozark, yeah,
Yeah, Ozark.
yeah. What was her character's name?
I forget.
But yeah, if
But
you've seen Ozark, she's the one with the blonde curly hair.
yeah, she
Um,
helps run the drug operation.
Yeah, she helps run the drug operation. She helped like basically ran like kind of like the boating area for Marty too.
Yeah.
Um, but Julia Garner, one of a lot of people's issues with this, just being honest, is just they cast the woman to play Silver Surfer. But I will say, if you do your research, there is a female Silver Surfer, so there is
There
that.
is.
But
So
I
you can't be too mad.
can't be too mad. But I also understand people's issues with them casting at and then them picking her of all people. Like I like just no offense to her, she is a great actress, but if you've seen Ozark, you know her character. Her voice is so like nail on chalkboard.
Which I'm sure it's different. I've never actually
Yeah,
like
I'm
listened
sure
to
it
an
is. I'm sure
interview.
it
I think
is.
she's probably like what, English or something. I don't know.
Nah, she's American.
Oh, she is.
Yeah.
Oh, so she probably just sounds like us. You know, she probably just sounds like a normal.
I mean, I hope so. Maybe she was
I
playing
mean,
up her
maybe she's Southern. I don't know.
yeah,
But
maybe she was
yeah,
playing
she
up her
definitely was
character.
having. She probably had to give it a little bit of a voice change for that Ozark
Yeah.
character. But I would love it if she sounded like that for
Oh my
Silver
god. Yeah, you were joking about that.
I was joking, but I think
Yeah.
it'd be hilarious. I think it'd be so funny.
Nails on the
It'd be
chalkboard.
so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be probably terrible, but it
So
would be.
bad.
If we went to the theater together and we were watching this movie and then we heard that, I would die. I would die laughing. I would think it'd be so funny. But
God.
I don't know, man, dude. I say
I'm
give her a
annoyed,
chance.
bro.
I mean, I get why you're annoyed, but
Yeah.
I say give her a chance just to see kind of what they do. Because here's the thing, being that they've casted the woman version of the Silver Surfer, which I guess maybe we would need to refer to the comics. I don't know how it works and all
Yeah, let
that.
me look it up.
But I guess is there still a possibility that they do cast a male Silver Surfer?
That's a good point. It
Male
could be.
Silver
It could be. It
Surfer.
could be
So, like,
balanced.
like,
Yeah.
and with all the multiverse shit going on, maybe what was it, like Stanfield?
Yeah, Lakeith. Yeah. So
he was gonna be.
Yeah.
Thought he was gonna be, I guess, Silver
Yeah.
Surfer.
Which
but
I thought honestly that sounded great. Like Lakeith has the
I think he would.
demeanor.
Yeah, he'd be pretty
He
good.
has a chilled vibe of being. I could see him as Silver Surfer. So when hearing that, and then they casted Julia Garner, I was pretty annoyed.
I'm definitely interested
yeah.
to see kind of now where they're going with this whole story now, I guess, with
Yeah.
F4 and how this movie's going to be. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, like, the original casting for just the four, the F4 themselves, like,
Yeah.
not terrible. Some good castings in
Nah,
there.
I think we called a lot. I mean, you called. You were. I mean, we were talking about Pedro Pascal, and then I think there's rumors of the other ones.
I really wasn't 100% sure about Evan getting the thing, though, because
Yeah.
solely because of the fact that we know that they're bringing, like, I mean, Punisher's back in Daredevil, and then there's talks about them reigniting the Punisher series too with John Bernthal. So it's like,
Yeah, that's true.
I was kind of maybe just waiting to see. Well, I mean, okay, what are they gonna do with that character now in that show? Or
Yeah.
did he die in the original Punisher?
No.
Because
The
I
way,
never got
yeah,
through the full
the way it
thing.
ends is just kind of he's just kind of doing his own thing.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
because I never got through the full thing, so I never saw how it ended. But like, I knew he was in the show, so I was like, well, how's that gonna work now? Which, I mean, I don't know. Who knows? I mean,
We'll
you
see.
know, we'll see, obviously, but maybe that means they're not gonna do. Maybe they're not gonna do they're not gonna bring Punisher back, like in terms of like a full show format. Because I mean, dude,
We'll see.
it seems like Marvel and like Disney and I, the CEO for what's his Bob Iger, is that his name?
Yeah.
Dude, it seems like they're really trying to scale shit back now. I think they've
Yeah.
realized they've kind of really fucked up a little bit in terms of just like trying to like put so much money into all these projects
Yeah.
and like and then also oversaturate all of them at the same time. And I think
Yeah.
now they've realized that they've kind of got to like
Spitting right here.
they kind of just got to focus on what they know is going to I mean, I know this sounds shitty, but it's going to make them money.
Yeah.
You know
No,
what I
but it's
mean?
real. It's real.
Yeah.
Like we have to be realistic as far as not everyone's gonna watch all these shows. So if
Yeah.
you're trying to like build this like whole big storyline for the next Avengers movies, and you expect everyone to watch every single show, you're not setting
Well,
yourself up
and yeah,
correctly.
I completely agree with you, and I
Yeah.
think that's also why we've started to see a lot less updates on like new announcements on shows, and the
Yeah.
only thing we've started to hear about now is Deadpool. We've
Right.
started to hear about obviously Daredevil because
Right.
Daredevil's wrapping up, and then that's another big one that fans really want to come
Oh
back. Like
yeah.
that's a big fan
It's
favorite.
been looking good though
Everyone,
too.
yeah,
Some of the
everyone's
pictures.
Punisher's, he's looking fierce, and I mean,
But
everyone's like looking forward to like Daredevil, and then also like another big, aside from F4, but like another big news, I guess, another more updates and stuff's been coming about more Spider-Man stuff because they
oh
like
yeah.
the Spider-Man scripts being finalized for the next Spider-Man 4 movie, and then also we have that Spider-Man Homecoming or not Homecoming freshman year show or whatever
Yeah.
that's supposed to be coming out at the end of the year.
But what about
So
but then also Spider-Man news, Spider-Verse across wait, not across the
beyond.
beyond. It said it's delayed indefinitely, so we don't.
Yeah, so like I'm just saying like there's
Yeah,
just a bunch
there
like
is Spider-Man.
I'm just saying that's why.
That was some bad news
But
for me.
yeah,
But
well, no, but I'm just saying that's why we're hearing more about that
yeah,
stuff now, and we're not hearing about She-Hulk. We're not hearing
right,
about we haven't heard anything about Moon Knight 2. We haven't heard anything about
nah,
Ironheart. I haven't heard
yeah,
anything about Ironheart in a while,
I
and
know.
that was supposed
That
to I
was
think
supposed to be
already
a
come
thing.
out,
I
right?
think potentially may have canceled it
Canceled or yeah,
because they're trying to
yeah,
restructure and like
yeah.
renavigate like the whole of some of these shows not being received well or and then the whole Jonathan Major situation. They're just like trying to grab things and trying to like because MCU. I mean, say what you want. I mean, it was like one of the highest grossing type of films that were coming out. So Marvel has run a lot of it's ran things as far as like action blockbusters and things such as that. So they want to keep the sustainability. So
We
they're
might need to.
realizing that they need to quality over quantity, not put out
Yeah,
so much
obviously.
content.
I mean,
So
dude, yeah, and we were saying that though. I think
yeah,
back on like
no, yeah,
what a couple I mean a few
yeah, we've been
episodes ago like
yeah,
we've been kind of saying it. I was also going to say we might need to fact check this, but I think you had asked me maybe the other day who is film or going to
the
be
director,
directing the
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four,
Yeah,
and we could maybe give it some thoughts on this because I think I looked it up and I think it's the same dude who directed WandaVision.
so I could see that working because the only reason why is because WandaVision was received so well.
But
So
do you think that's because it okay, I'm this fuck. I hate doing this, but
not good. Go
do you
ahead.
think
It's John Watts.
like okay? No, it's not.
Oh, it's not. I'm
It was
sad.
supposed to be John
Oh,
Watts,
okay.
and then it's got replaced by somebody.
Oh, Matt
Steak
Shackman. Yeah,
Shackman or something like that.
yeah,
Um, I guess since
yeah.
now
You're right.
we've had
WandaVision.
we've now had some time since WandaVision's been out.
Yeah,
What were your thoughts on WandaVision again? I don't know
I
if
thought it
you
was
really
overhyped. I mean, I thought it was cool.
thought it was
I didn't think it was the best show. I thought it was
yeah.
completely overhyped. So
Do you think it was just all right?
Yeah,
right?
I thought it was all
All
right.
right, but
I didn't think it was like,
okay?
oh my god,
I
like
guess now the other thing I want to ask: do you think that we thought people? Do you think it was received so well, or it was hyped up so much just because of the fact that it I'm trying to think about how to word this, I guess, but like because of just the momentum that it already had going into it,
I
do
agree.
you think that I what I'm trying to say, I guess, is
Yeah,
like, do you think we looked at that show and took it better more so because of just the momentum that was already going into the show, and then I guess kind of how it ended? Because I would say for me,
I like the ending.
the ending was really good, but
Yeah,
like a lot of the stuff in the middle, like I
yeah, I
couldn't
could
have
have done,
cared less for. You know what I
but I think,
mean? So like
yeah,
looking back on it now, I really don't rate WandaVision that highly. Like I mean it's still probably, I
yeah,
guess,
I give it a 7 out of 10.
I mean in terms of like when you're putting all those shows together now
Yeah,
though, I mean it's for me it's Echo.
yeah,
Probably second would be Moon Knight, maybe.
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I would put. Are you not including Loki?
well, no,
Yeah,
sorry, yeah,
yeah,
sorry, fuck,
yeah,
Echo, Loki, Moon Knight,
yeah. Now
probably.
Moon Knight. So for me, yeah, WandaVision's pretty low. I'm be
It's like
honest.
when you
Yeah,
I'm saying when you look at them
yeah,
now as a collective and then think
yeah.
about it back, you're like, shit, it really wasn't that. I mean,
It's
it
just
was
not.
all
It's.
right.
I think why WandaVision was received well is what you were saying. Like it was one of the first shows that dropped. It was like WandaVision, then Loki.
It was the first,
Yeah, it was the
right?
first, and
Yeah.
then people were like happy about that. It was the pandemic, and Scarlet, her portrayal and Vision, like their portrayals are really received well, and
Their
people,
characters are definitely
yeah,
fan favorites
yeah, they're
too. Like
fan
I like
favorites.
both,
They're
and that's
romance,
why
yeah,
we got Vision news. They're also talking
yeah,
about that Vision Quest show with
which
Paul
I
Bettany.
think was canceled.
No, they're
Oh, they're
actually
still
not.
doing it?
Apparently, it's coming.
Oh
I
shit!
saw something. Maybe it was canceled, or maybe I don't. I thought I saw something about that. It's like they're actually like really getting it moving forward now because
Okay,
I don't know though. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought maybe I just saw some random ass tweet, but I saw something. I thought whether it was Threads or Twitter, but either way, yeah, dude. I don't know. I just think it's
yeah,
like
you're right.
I think
It is.
it's still going forward.
Yeah,
When's that supposed to come out?
they don't have a date, but they said it's not. It's been confirmed, and there's a showrunner. It's been announced, and she's no other than Jack Schaefer, who I have no idea who that is. But yeah, it's in the
Well,
works.
and then you heard, and then did you heard about how Bucky's not gonna be in the new Captain America.
No, is that
Yeah,
true?
I think Sebastian Stan himself came out and said that he's
I know.
either has a limited role or he's not gonna be in it at
I
all.
know there's been a lot of reshoots with that movie too, which is kind of
Not a good sign.
not a good sign. Yeah. Yeah, but just back to WandaVision, like what you said, like the first couple of episodes, like it just
Dude,
it just wasn't really, it didn't appeal to me, but I get why people liked it because it was just so different with each episode.
I would say
I
that's a
like,
big thing.
yeah,
The different take on how they shot it and how they kind
hmm,
of like portrayed it as like almost like an older show to start,
yeah,
and then it kind of progressed into being a more modern show.
yeah.
I kind of like
Oh,
that.
you like that?
I just creative.
Yeah.
You know what I
It
mean?
was, I mean, it was
It was
very creative. It
creative,
just,
and like
yeah,
it got it allowed both Vision and her to kind of or to kind of just act in a different way, I guess. Like you
yeah,
had them, they took on a little bit, I guess, more challenging, I guess, of a acting style to kind of portray that kind of uh how would they act, how would Vision and how would want to act like if they were in that situation, kind of thing. But
yeah,
obviously we then find out it was all just to kind of keep Wanda from destroying everything because she was basically going mentally insane
yeah.
the
She
entire
was,
time she
yeah,
was in it.
she
So
created all of that. Yeah,
yeah.
she was, which was a cool little twist
Yeah,
too.
exactly. Like
It was a
it's
cool
still
little
cool,
twist.
and like with the end with Photon, and then we obviously
Yeah,
see that progression
progression to
into
the Marvels.
the
Yeah,
Marvels. So like
yeah,
it's still a good show in my opinion, but in terms of like when you
look
throw
back.
Echo in there, you throw Loki in there, you throw Moon Knight in there even, and it's like
Yeah.
yeah, it's not gonna be rated that highly. And then when Daredevil comes
Oh,
out, like
yeah, Daredevil, but it needs to clear everyone.
I mean, I think I'll be honest. I think Daredevil is going to be very hyped. It's going to be very hyped when it comes out.
Yeah, the pressure's on.
Potentially, yeah, potentially even overhyped. I mean,
I
maybe
hope
it's.
not.
Obviously, I hope not either. But
Yeah.
I think it's to the point where like they got a lot of expectations. I
Oh
think
yeah,
that
it's
they
high.
gotta like really live up to. So
Well, I mean, the original series is critically acclaimed. Like, they brought. I mean,
one of the best.
one of the best.
Yeah, when you
They
throw
brought
in
back the original cast. Like we're
yeah,
here. Like
yeah. I mean, I
we
guess
got our wish. You know?
technically, if you really, I guess, if you really want to get down to it, the fact that they did technically make them canon to the MCU, you could then say Daredevil was probably then for me is probably the top. But it's I still kind of include that the original Daredevil, Punisher, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, like all those shows are like the old MCU shows, and these are like the newer like new age MCU shows, and like
No, I agree.
I'm kind of gonna compare Daredevil. I know they're essentially continuations, but I think Daredevil Born Again and they're different shows, so we're gonna have to look at them differently and like
I agree.
compare them differently. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope it still hits the same as the old one did. You know what I
I
mean?
think it
Like,
will. I think they'll add a new little twist to
they
it.
just need to not. I really
Don't
hope they
Disney
just
it up.
don't CGI it a
Yeah.
bunch, bro. Let them like.
Yeah.
I really hope they're actually like doing stunts and like actually like throwing punches and
I agree.
whatever. Which I know
But it gave.
Bernthal is pretty. He likes
Yeah.
that shit. So like and
Well, and then us seeing, some of the pictures with burnt all and he's kind of like bloodied up. I was like, all right, that gives me hope. All
that
right,
that it's
that
gonna be
yeah, we're getting more of the same than
for sure.
But one big update was the Sebastian Stan like Winter Soldier thing. Like, he is actually going to be really involved in the Thunderbolts, which is being filmed currently. So he's fully involved with that, and I think he's going to make a cameo in Captain America. So it's not like he's completely the Thunderbolts is like its own thing, which I'm
He's just
sure.
no longer like he's no longer I mean it makes
Yeah,
sense though too, because like even though I guess Mackie is now Captain America
yeah,
and taking the mantle of where Evans once stood,
right,
he's not Bucky's best friend.
right,
He's not the Captain America that Bucky came up with, and
yeah.
whatever. So like I get it. It was cool that I guess that they did do the
Did the show,
show,
yeah.
but looking back on it now, even that show, like, I mean, it's good. It was
Yeah.
good in its own right, but
Yeah,
like,
I don't have issues with it. I want to
no, I don't
rewatch it
either.
though. I want to
Yeah,
rewatch it.
there's nothing drawing me back to like want to watch it again.
No, I'm saying like
Oh, you do want
I
to
do.
rewatch?
Yeah, I want to rewatch it
Oh,
just to
okay,
kind of like
yeah.
because I haven't seen it since 2020. Didn't it drop 2020? 2021?
I think around there. Yeah, that
It's
sounds
crazy,
right.
bro.
Yeah, no, I mean, dude, it's not a bad show, but I
Yeah.
mean, there's I think we're getting a lot of shows now. Like I mean I don't know how many I guess newer Marvel shows it's gonna be, but I mean we've
Right.
already had a decent amount. I mean we've had our fair share of good ones too, and like
That's true.
repeat of seasons. So I guess I don't know. I'm pumped for Daredevil. I'm pumped for that Spider-Man Homecoming. Which I don't. Is it that one gonna be animated? Is it animated too, or is it?
I think so. I think
Yeah,
it is animated.
which I won't mind. That's fine.
I don't mind that either.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I love
Yeah.
love me a little Spider-Man cartoon every now and again.
Did
So.
you watch? And I haven't done it yet, and I feel bad. But have you seen the Spideyverse short yet?
I did watch it, and it's just I think it's kind of just like a shout out to just like dealing with like a bunch of shit kind of thing. Like
Oh,
I think it's
yeah.
because I think it was I want to say it was something to do. I'm probably wrong, but I want to not directly mental health, but just like everyone's going through something kind of thing, and like
Damn, I need to watch it.
I think it's just
Sounds
like
dope.
I don't know I don't remember I don't remember there being any like
Yeah, I
super fighting like crime or anything like there
I was
wasn't anything like that. It was
yeah,
just more so like a one-on-one kind of
yeah,
deal with like him and his dad and like just
yeah.
like them talking and stuff. But no,
Good.
it was pretty good. I think I do need to rewatch that though just to kind of like get the full message. But
Mhm.
from what I did watch of it and like remember of it, I mean it just seems like it was just like something that they uh I don't know. I would have to like look it up because I don't want to keep speaking on it and
Yeah,
and
no,
not
yeah, no,
like
I need to
not
check it
saying
out
the wrong thing.
anyways.
But
Yeah,
it's no, it's pretty good though. From what I remember, it was pretty good. And it was just like it was just more so just like a I guess just personal up close like real life kind of thing rather
yeah,
than like you know um I do think there's like some big ass spider or something that comes in and tries to attack him or something. I do think there's like a little bit of action in that sense, but it's
yeah.
not. It's more of just like I think dealing with like personal stuff, not like
Gotcha,
that's like the. I think that was like the message that they were trying to get across with it, but
gotcha.
I don't know.
Cool. All right. Gaming updates.
Yeah, we got I mean, what have you been playing lately?
Man, I've fallen off the wagon again. Like I go in this period where I'm like, I was playing Final
I
Fantasy
haven't, dude.
16.
I haven't.
Playing Final Fantasy 16. I was really invested in that. And then I just stopped playing it. I went back to my whole little like Madden. Like I'm just been playing Madden. Like I'll play Madden every day. Like I'll play like probably 2 games a night or 3 games. Depend. It's just easy. I can hop
No, I feel
online.
you.
I'm pretty good at it.
I
So
feel you.
it's just something simple. Play that. But like I want to get back to playing Final Fantasy 16. I want to get back to. I want to play Final Fantasy 7, the remake, and then the sequel to that. But
Yeah.
it's just such an investment when it comes to like those type of RPG games and just games like that in general.
You got to
Like
put time
you
into.
gotta put time in where I
Yeah.
can like Madden. It's just I'm in and out.
Yeah, which that's kind of like the tough thing for me with like some of the games that I play, because like I've been playing like still been playing Power World.
Yeah.
They actually just released a big update. I would say a fairly big update. They released like a raid boss.
Oh,
They released like some new
that's
features
fucking
within the
dope.
game, and just stuff that you can do. So I mean, they've definitely like um, tried to, I guess, continue the hype a little bit. Hopefully more
Yeah.
people start to play it again. But no, I've still been playing that. I've been playing some Fortnite still. Just like the Lego version, I just like going in there and building shit. Like I've been building like airplanes and cars and stuff, and just
That's
like,
fucking dope.
driving them and
Yeah.
flying around and stuff, and that's
Yeah.
fun. But yeah, like on my computer, I mean, though, I mean, really just been playing those kinds of games. Like those are the games that like take like time. Like you gotta like really like
It's
grind it out
investment,
kind of
man.
thing.
Yeah.
And then with my like PlayStation, I've just been still playing. I still play FIFA. That's like my Madden. Like that's
Yeah.
like the game I get on, and I can just grind out a few games real quick, and then either
Yeah.
put the game down or keep playing if I want to. Like what I
Right.
mean? It's nothing like
FIFA's so fun, bro.
yeah,
God,
it doesn't
like
take a lot of time though. It's
yeah.
like the games are quick and
Yeah.
like you move on to the next one. And it's
Yeah.
like it's not. I actually might fucking play some later today. But yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. It's just
Yeah.
it's nothing like it's not like those other games. Like when I get on and play like Lego, or like when I
Mhm.
get on and play like even Power World,
Yeah.
you got to get resources. Like
Yeah.
I mean, we've definitely in Power World now, where I'm almost, I think I'm like, I've been, when I first started, I definitely grinded up. I leveled up a few different characters, and I leveled them all up to like level like 20 or 30. And I think the cap right now is 50. And on the character that I've been focusing the most time, like my personal server, I'm cap. My level right now is 40. I haven't been like grinding it. Like I
Yeah.
haven't. I definitely took like a big break to
Mm.
like just kind of like let the game breathe a little bit. I didn't want to like speed run it either, and then
Yeah.
have to wait for update after update after update. So like
Yeah.
realistically, it's kind of cool getting this
Coming
update
back.
now. Yeah, because now the game, there's certain aspects of the game that's like kind of like there's certain things that I can do now that's either a little bit cooler, whether it be easier or just different in terms of how I was doing things before. So
Mm.
like it's just fun, dude. Like the game's a lot of fun, and I played that for a while yesterday, just like grinding out some levels and
Love
going
that.
around killing some bosses and getting some new pals and stuff like that, and just like leveling
Yeah.
up like my guns and stuff. Unfortunately, I was dealing with it before you came over today. I was trying to figure it out, bro. I was so pissed when I was playing it this morning. uh I literally I had ventured into this new part of the map,
Yeah.
and I was not wearing the right type of clothing. Well, I died, and then when I tried to go back wearing the right type of clothing,
Yeah.
uh something glitched out where I died again. So then I had to go back, redo all, like basically redo it. Well,
Mm.
then when I got or what I realized though is when I loaded back up to try to get back into the game to where I had died at, because the reason I died was not because I literally was like, I mean, I was wearing the wrong clothing, but at the time it was night, so I was okay. Like I just needed to get to this one little like fast travel spot and then get back to my base.
Mm.
But because sometimes the game will like lag out, or like the server will time out, and then like, it'll just kick you out of the game real quick.
Yeah.
And then for whatever reason, I always tend to see this with the server that I bought. Maybe it might just be a glitch or a bug that's within the game or whatever. But I will log back in the first time, and sometimes it'll like glitch and just like glitch me through the maps. Like I'm not
Mm.
really back in. I gotta like log back out again and then log back in. And usually
Yeah.
every time it then just keeps me back in that spot that I was, and just will like keep me there.
Yeah.
Well, where I was at was basically like all surrounded by lava, and when I glitched back in, I
Oh,
glitched through the
jeez.
map into
Yeah.
lava.
Oh
And
man.
then but I logged out before my
Yeah.
character died. But then
Yeah.
when I logged back in,
You're still
I
in the.
know I spawned back at my camp
Oh, okay.
with all my resources, all my
Oh
stuff.
hell
Well,
yeah.
no, bro. Well, then when I went back and I actually found my spot to try to get it,
Yeah.
I can't get any of those pals or any of those resources back. So I lost like a bunch of
Dang.
really good shit, dude. Like a bunch of really
That
good shit.
sucks,
Yeah.
bro.
So that's a little unfortunate. So I'm gonna have to do a little grinding again
Oh, that
tonight. Just
sucks.
well, I don't have to do too much.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just realistically all I really lost were um like guns and like ammo and then like a lot of like the pal spheres that you use to catch pals. But now that honestly kind of helps me that I kind of got rid of all those because
Yeah.
now I lost a shit ton of like the the original kind that's like doesn't really have much of an effect on these higher level pals, so I don't even really I can't really use them anyway. So it's really not I guess the end of the world. I just have to honestly all I got to do is remake some of my guns and then some clothing. I'll be fine. So
Cool.
is what it is, but yeah,
Dude,
it's a grind, dude. That's what you like what
yes,
you were saying.
yeah.
I guess that's like the point. Like those games are grinds. And then like
Yeah, it's the
that's why it's
best way,
nice to have
man.
those games like FIFA and like
You can just
Madden.
go
You
in,
just go in, play a
Call
couple.
of Duty,
Yeah,
Apex, all those type of
you go in, play a couple if it's like a 20-minute game,
yeah.
15-20 minute game, and then you're
Go
done.
about your day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Or even if you ever played Rocket League?
Uh, I think in like 2020.
Yeah, I was gonna say you
Yeah.
talk about quick games. Those things just 5 minutes, and then dude, it's so quick to
Yeah.
find the next game though, because so many people play that shit. It's
Yeah.
crazy. That's
Nice.
crazy. But I guess just another thing I wanted to say real quick with the gaming updates
Yeah.
is we if I guess if you hadn't seen we didn't I don't think we ever really talked about it. I don't think the past podcast when it originally came out, but the update for Spider-Man 2
Oh yeah.
finally came out on PlayStation, so you're able to do New Game Plus now. RIP to Yemi's New Game Plus. Did you get it back ever?
No.
Yeah,
Short story. Quick summary. My nephew. Uh, it's just he's not. I mean, he's a good kid, but he just got access to my PlayStation. He's obsessed with Spider-Man. He loves Spider-Man. TD. I always tell TD about his obsession. So he would usually like play Spider-Man. He's pretty smart. He's 5, like I said, 5, and he can. I mean, these kids nowadays they can handle
they can handle all that stuff.
all that stuff. So he knows how to like swing around, but I mean, again, he's 5, so he would go and he created a new story. He created a new story, and then I don't know how he did it. I think he just somehow saved over my original game that was beat. So I haven't even touched it since. I was so like annoyed by that. So
yeah, but
it's so funny. Like he like because I saw him the other day and he was just like, "Hey, Uncle Yemi, like what are you doing?" Like I was like, "I'm chilling." Like he's like, "So no Spider-Man, right?" And he was just I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "No Spider-Man for me, right?" I was like, "Yeah, no Spider-Man for you." He's like, "Oh man." Yeah. So but yeah, go ahead.
No, yeah, New Game Plus is out, so you can if it helps, I guess, if you have a beat save on their PlayStation, but you can then play, I guess, essentially continue on from where you're at. But the New Game Plus is out, so I got to get that trophy though for the PlayStation. I want to get that new game. When you complete it, you get that trophy. So I got to get that since I already have the platinum for
They
the
already
game.
platinum that.
So yeah, there's that. I would say one game that you and I were really looking forward to. We actually made a video on it. We did a reaction. Was Rise of the Ronin. That game is out on PlayStation. I haven't played it yet.
Yeah.
But there's a reason. Because we've been like I think we've said in our probably in our last podcast that we did. I think we had mentioned that we've got some stuff kind of in the works. We are thinking we're gonna do a little bit more. I think kind of like instead of trying to do these cookie, I guess you could call them cookie cutter, comic review, try to sound, like, we always know, we know we're not, those people. We don't have the time for all that kind of stuff. So we've realized that in the Daredevil, as much as we enjoyed reading the Daredevil comics, and I mean, I still read comics, like that's not what we're saying. It's just, we're not gonna sit here and just, I think like, Dr. Seuss you and read you the comics, which is basically what we were doing. Like, you know what I mean? I think we realized it's
a lot of work.
It's not the content I think that we want to make. So
Yeah.
we're gonna kind of switch gears a little bit and
Pivot a
do
little bit.
some more, just short form stuff, and then
Yeah.
also we want to do some more gaming stuff. So we're gonna do a playthrough. That's why I've been saving the Rise of the Ronin. We're gonna do a playthrough.
Oh yeah.
Yemi and I, we'll get a little setup, and then we'll do either we'll probably actually do a live stream. We'll probably test out because I haven't streamed in a while. And we're thinking about setting up a stream, for the actual, Rising of the Dreamerverse channel itself. But we're gonna definitely, I think, do that here soon, maybe next weekend. So maybe look out for an announcement on socials because that'll get posted this week if we actually like confirm that we're gonna do it. But we're gonna do some playthroughs. We're gonna do some. We figure we'll do a New Game Plus playthrough. We can do that with Spider-Man. We can do the Rise of the Ronin, and also we kind of hope that maybe opens it up to like if there's any games that you guys would like to see us check out, whether it be superheroes or anything, let us know and we'll maybe do some streams. You guys come hang out with us and we'll play games and hopefully get some more good content that way. So I think it'll be more fun because we will switch off and it'll be a good time. So
yeah.
Yeah, gaming streams and just more. I would say more funny or just better short form content's on the way. That's that's the hint on it.
But speaking of the short form content, I do want to shout out our socials.
Oh yeah.
YouTube, we're on Rising of the Dreamerverse. So you can continue, like TD said, you're gonna see more of shorts and more, what he mentioned, and then Instagram, Rising of the Dreamerverse as well.
Yep.
And then TikTok, Rising of the Dreamerverse. We've had a few, which is pretty cool, like 2 viral posts. Just kind of playing around, we're trying to understand things. So
yeah, the
algorithm. The algorithms are different on each platform, but follow us on all those. We appreciate your support. Those who have been like commenting on our TikTok videos and just messaging and all that, we appreciate all that. So follow us on all 3.
Yeah, big thank you.
Yeah,
big thank you.
And then of course, listen to us on Apple or Spotify, the Rising of the Dreamerverse. You can find us that way. But yeah, TikTok, we got 2 viral posts, so which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and we're like I said, we're gonna definitely start cooking up some more, I guess, short form content for those TikToks, shorts, Instagram. We're gonna get more creative, I guess we could say. That's the best way to say it with kind of what we're thinking. So just keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out for the announcements for our streams because we'll definitely make some posts just to kind of like announce like times and when we're aiming to go live and all that kind of stuff. So if you're looking forward to actually tuning in, we can, give you guys a heads up and then that way you guys know, hey, this link will take you to the stream at this point. And dude, I'm pumped. I'm pumped.
Too.
I'm pumped to get through these. I think this next month or 2, and then finally be able to chill out, and then just really kind of like just chill and just focus on this kind of stuff because this is all I'm gonna be doing when I'm just really just gonna be working and just hanging out and just doing this. So, I'm looking forward to just our, I guess, switch. You could say switch of content, but not really. We're still gonna we're keeping it the same, but we're just gonna definitely we're gonna up it a little bit, put a little bit more effort into certain things that we're realizing definitely works, and you'll see less of stuff that we know isn't working for us anymore. So but we appreciate everything. Like he was saying, please give us a follow on all those platforms: TikTok, Threads, Twitter, X, sorry, YouTube, and then Apple and Spotify.
We're everywhere. We're everywhere.
Yeah, and if you're watching here on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Definitely helps us out. Let us know in the comments what you thought down below of the podcast. And,
good or bad.
Yeah,
we'll take it all.
Yeah, definitely will. Yeah, because I don't care. But yeah, on that note, I think we're gonna go on a pod there for today. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.